Stamsgren grabs 7 more. First down Calgary at the Saskatchewan 50. It's 20-12. Riders on top. Third quarter. Dickinson got heats, but got it away. He's got Alan Pitts, and that'll be another first down. What a great move on McMillan, and Pitts gets inside the 30. 21 yards for Alan Pitts.
I'm not sure how Dave Dickinson got Pitts the ball. He's going to run the crossing route. He's up here, and he's going to come right across the middle, but there's a lot of traffic in there, and Dave Dickinson really had no sight line. He had to kind of jump and throw the ball over the pile. And then some pretty good moves in the open field by Alan Pitts.
Pitts is now 2 yards shy of 1,000 again. Should be the last play of the third quarter. Flags down. So is Dickinson. Dwayne Patterson had him wrapped up. We'll check out the infraction.
There was tons of movement up front. It's a matter of who drew who and who got back in time.
Offside. Saskatchewan number 72. Repeat first down.
That's Colin Scribner. Just getting back into the lineup after an injury last week.
Colin Scribner is right here. We'll take a look and see. Well, no question about it. He's definitely takes off and is in the neutral zone when that ball is snapped.
So from the 25, 1st and 5 for the Stampeders. 6 receivers in for Dickinson. He has Anderson sliding out of the backfield, and he fights for a first down. Shannon Garrett. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. A great one at Taylor Field, and lots more action ahead on CFL Live.
You're watching CFL Live, and we're at the quarter. Here's your host, James Duthie.
Welcome back. Key possession for the Stampeders as they look to close it possibly within 1. But so far all game long, the Saskatchewan defense bend but not break, bend but not break, except in the case of Jeff Garcia's nose, they broke. But continually a good effort by the Riders.
Well, this game is far from over, James, but you had to be impressed by Saskatchewan. Jim Daly had this football team ready to play. There's no doubt about that. Offensively, they've used motion, they've used formation, they've had Calgary confused, and defensively, you've seen effort and aggression, in particular number 22, Mario Smith. I think it's very important for Calgary to get 7 on this series, though, Chris.
Well, Eric, like you said, far from over, but still, I think Saskatchewan's going to need a break. They're going to have to create a break. They need a big-time interception for a touchdown, a fumble return for a touchdown. That opening series in the third quarter was 2 and out for Saskatchewan. Calgary drove the entire length of the field, only got a field goal. That's not that bad, but there's been a shift. I mean, Calgary's executing right now. They're sustaining the drives. They're mixing up plays. They're starting to take the game over physically. Saskatchewan needs a break to win, James.
Now, if you missed it, yes, there was one other little story going on in sports today. You might have heard of the guy, Mark McGuire. Did it again. 2 more homers today, give him 70 to finish the season. An unbelievable record. Of course, we'll bring you more on that story throughout the evening. For now, let's get back to the fourth quarter of our game. Here's John and Glenn.
We're having a great time at Taylor Field, as usual. Great crowd on hand, a perfect afternoon. Saskatchewan has played well. Stampeders have an opportunity to get right back into this, and let's bring in Ray Morrison with the injury reports.
Thanks a lot. One fella it's not a great afternoon for, John, is Vince Danielson. He's done for the day. He says he went to make a break on his right knee and took a pop with a helmet on the outside of the leg, and he's done for the afternoon. So the Riders may have an advantage there as far as the Calgary Stampeder inside receiver spot is concerned there. Back to you.
All right, Ray. Alan Pitts is having another fine day, closing in on 1,000 yards again. 255 passing yards for the Stampeders. Stampeders have really come on in the third quarter with a time of possession at 10:20.
Yeah, big third quarter. Dave Dickinson is chewing up that clock.
1st and 10, Calgary at the Rider 19. Dickinson had Pitts. He couldn't make the catch. Shannon Garrett was with him.
You don't see that very often. Number 18 dropped one that hits him in the hands. That's one of the battles.
This has been a super drive for Calgary. It began back at the 35. 2nd and 10, Stampeders. Dickinson shotgun. Won't get it away. Paul Spicer, first CFL sack. Fourth sack of the afternoon for Saskatchewan.
Paul Spicer, we talked about the fatigue factor. Well, he sucked it up on this play. Good spin move on Rocco Romano. The Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Up within 5 points.
Not a bad place to... I mean, we've talked about what he's done this season, but he is also a huge community person. He's got a program right now called Catch for Kids. He raises money every catch he makes.
That'll be enough for Saskatchewan. First down. Sean Daniels.
Don Narcisse, he makes a little bit of money every time he makes a catch, and it goes to underprivileged kids and the sports program so they can get equipment. And the other part of that program is that every home game in Saskatchewan, Don Narcisse will bus in 45 kids who would never be able to see a football game. They get to see the game. They come from all over the province, and then they get to meet Don Narcisse afterwards. Guy does a tremendous amount of work in the community.
First down, Saskatchewan from the 50. Slack really wants to score on this drive. He goes long and a little too long.
And there's
Mike
the matchup.
Saunders.
There's the matchup, John, we've been talking about. Daryl Hall on Mike Saunders, and again, Hall is right in Saunders' pocket, and this time he had a little bit of help from the safety, Dave Van Bellingham. You see Van Bellingham coming over, but there's no way that ball had much room to get in there with Daryl Hall right beside Mike Saunders.
2nd and 10, Riders. Saskatchewan looking for victory number 4. .12:13 to go, fourth quarter. On 2nd and 10, Slack from the shotgun had Mayfield. Couldn't hang on.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they rule this. I mean, it didn't look like he had possession of the ball at all. Yeah, I think they're ruling it as an incompletion, and that's how it should be, I believe. I mean, here's the pass right here. Another look at it. I don't know that Curtis Mayfield had possession of that football at all before Eddie Davis hit him. No, he never had possession.
Third and 17.
3rd and 17, a loss of 7, so they are calling it a catch, Glenn, and a recovery by Saskatchewan.
Wow, they did call it a catch. That amazes me.
Didn't appear that he had control of the football. Here's McCallum's kick. It's not deep. Taken by Coleman on the dead run. This could be a big one. Coleman out to the 52-yard line and dropped there. Darren Joseph. Here's the game story brought to you by Keg. Take over, partner.
Well, each team has picked up 3 turnovers. This time the Riders have capitalized on those turnovers. That's why they have the slim lead. Pitts hitting the 12,000 career yard mark, and you know what? We haven't heard the last of him yet in this football game. Garcia was injured. He has a broken nose and has been on the sideline. Calvin Anderson, 134 yards of offense. You know he's the key in this Calgary offensive scheme.
Game story brought to you by the Keg Steakhouse and Bar. For great steaks, good friends. See you tonight. Dickinson wrapped up and down. Big play by the Saskatchewan defense. It has really come out firing today. That's been a problem at Taylor Field and everywhere the green and white have played this year, but the defense has been solid today, and that's Ernie Brown involved in there.
Ernie Brown is the guy who's going to get the sack, and you know what? Eric Sutton, the corner for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, is going to have to go up and thank Ernie Brown personally when he watches the game film, because Terry Vaughn did an out and up and was 6 yards behind Eric Sutton. That's where Dave Dickinson was looking, and thanks to Ernie Brown, who is still on the field, Dickinson couldn't deliver the ball.
Second sack of the day for Ernie Brown, who's shaken up down there at the 45-yard line.
You can only run the out and up once a game to have success with it, because after that the defensive backs are going to be aware of it. But Terry Vaughn was open. It works together. The defensive backs rely on the pass rush, and right now Dickinson sees Terry Vaughn open. There's the fake on the out, but he can't deliver the football, and you know, he is frustrated. He's getting pulled to the ground because he knew Terry Vaughn was wide open.
He is another ex-Stampeder. 7 career sacks coming into this game. 2 today for Ernie Brown. 10:58 to go to full time. Saskatchewan on top by 5. I don't think that's going to be enough for a victory here.
No way.
Will have to score again. How about the Stampeders? Not a touchdown thus far. Dickinson, shotgun, airing it out, pits the target. Good coverage by Ulmer. Terrell Ulmer got a hand in there at exactly the right moment.
He did, and it was the right moment because he got caught to the wrong side of Alan Pitts. What he wants to do is stay inside position, but Pitts gets to the outside. Dickinson sees that and tries to throw it down the middle, and then watch the timing by Ulmer to get that hand in there. Boy, I tell you what, you can't time it any better than that from a defensive back point of view. You got your eyes on the football, time your jump, and then get that hand in there, or Alan Pitts has another big gain.
Won't matter, Glenn. Riders were offside. Dwayne Patterson. So this is 2nd and 10. Big heat on Dickinson, another hit, and the ball falls to the turf. Deflected by Spicer. And the Calgary quarterbacks are paying today.
Paul Spicer is the guy who's eventually going to get this hand on this football. He gets stoned at the top of your line from Rocco Romano and then falls underneath. The pressure comes from the inside from Andrew Stewart. It's Paul Spicer who gets his hand on it.
Give Colin Scrivener a little credit for getting to the quarterback there, too. Martino is in. Great ball game at Taylor Field on CFL Live. Riders on top by 5. Martino tries to angle it away. This is Curtis Mayfield, and there was no running room down the sideline there. 6 yards on the return and lots more ahead at Taylor Field today. Having a great time here today. It's been a superb weekend in the CFL. Overall standings looking like this with the Ticats on top because of a tie. Calgary hanging right there. Montreal 8-4-1. And here are some key stories here. Caught you there, didn't
Yeah, well,
okay.
You get the top half, and then this is the bottom half.
Okay, circle wherever you want here.
Well, I mean, after the big win, BC's got the 4. That's why now Saskatchewan, in order to keep pace, has to win here this afternoon. And now Winnipeg all of a sudden isn't out of the picture.
Reggie Slack has a strike on the far side. Dan Farthing makes the catch. He hasn't been very busy this afternoon. His 3rd catch, that for 7 yards.
Well, we talked about it a little bit last week. Dan Farthing, unfortunately, has been on the wrong side of Reggie Slack's set. Reggie Slack has been predominantly right-handed throughout the season with Don Narcisse and Curtis Mayfield on the right side of the formation. Fortunately for Dan Farthing, he's been on the left and hasn't seen as many footballs.
2nd and 3, Saskatchewan at the 35. Here comes the heat. Slack had to unload, and there's markers down in the secondary and along the line of scrimmage as well. 2 penalty flags down.
Well, the first question will be, was there a receiver in the vicinity when he threw that ball? And the second one is, did it cross the line of scrimmage? So they'll have to sort that out and make sure. That's if it's against Saskatchewan.
Well, there could be a penalty against each team here.
That's right.
Holding, Saskatchewan number 59. Illegal contact on an eligible receiver, Calgary 21. Repeat the down.
One each way seems fair enough to me. 9:05 to play.
Let's load up and do it all over again.
It'll be 2nd and 3 again. Wally Buono on a 3-game winning streak. Saskatchewan Roughriders trying to end a long losing skid. 8 losses in the last 9 games. Slack has enough for the first down. He runs like a fullback.
Well, he's definitely as strong as a fullback, John, when he's running in the open field. He's got good feet and good movement, but he has tremendous leg strength. The only thing he does a little differently than a fullback would is the way he carries the football.
Absolutely.
You see it out there in the right hand, swinging wild? A fullback wouldn't do that very often, but he hangs on and picks up the necessary yardage.
But a fullback puts his shoulders down and his head down and bowls his way through for a little extra. And that's what Slack does. Leading rusher among quarterbacks in the CFL this year. Riders keep it on the ground. That's Chris Zarka, 33. 5 yards there.
Think back to the first half of the game when Cal Murphy threw in a nice play to Chris Zarka on the screen. Yards rushing, 2nd in the league. You saw on that statistic, 106 yards per game. He's got a nice mix going right now with Chris Zarka, Mike Saunders, and Reggie Slack running the ball.
Was that the play that fooled me completely?
That's the one that got
They
us.
snuck 33 into the ball game.
They snuck him in and got him the football. It was a big game.
Great play. 2nd and 5. Slack has another first down. Mike Saunders makes a nice catch. Darrell Hall caught him from behind. Saunders inside the 50.
Well, okay, you get me once, but I'm going to get you once too. This is Mike Saunders coming right across from the right of your screen. Gets about 3-yard separation between him and Darrell Hall. Hall's had a pretty good game against Saunders when he's been out in one-on-one matchups and coverage. But this time, give one to Saunders. I got the score about 4-3 Hall at this point.
Saunders, 82 in the first half, just 15 in the second. But some key yards on that last play on the reception there. Slight delay. Dale Joseph carried the ball this time, and he's got about 4.
Yeah, Darren Joseph is the guy.
Joseph, I should say.
Yeah, he's the guy who's replaced Saunders when he's been injured. We talked about Corey Philpott being around. They're going to try and get them both on the roster for next week, and if Saunders is hurt down the stretch, then it will be Corey Philpott that will come in. Darren Joseph has had some troubles with fumbles, but he is capable. Of course, he started back in Ottawa and had some success as a starter.
7th play of this drive, beginning back at the Saskatchewan 25. Farthing made the catch. It'll be another first down. The Riders have not played this well for a long time.
No, they're definitely prepared to play in this game. Cal Murphy's got a good offensive game plan together for this one. Wally Buono is really just actually fortunate to be this close in the football game. He's had some mistakes offensively. His starting quarterback has a broken nose and is on the bench. Well, that's unconfirmed, but it didn't look good. And he's been struggling to stay close here.
Another Saskatchewan first down to keep the drive alive at the Calgary 40. Slack exercising his option, and he is inside the 30-yard line, down to about the 27, another 14 yards for Reggie Slack. He loves to run.
Well, and he runs this play better than any quarterback in the game right now. It's the old quarterback option. You don't see it very often, but he runs it so effectively because of his strength. Because everyone is stretched out, they're forced into trying to arm tackle Reggie Slack. You can't arm tackle a guy that is that strong. A lot of people don't like to run the quarterback option because your quarterback often takes a big hit. Slack hasn't really been hit hard yet in this game.
Rushing a big part of Saskatchewan's success today. And Zarka gets another call. On first down, he's down to about the 19 with 6 more.
Well, rushing has been a big part, John, and so has their first down conversions, because right now they're doing a nice job on first down. When I say conversion, you want to get 3, 4, 5, or 6 yards. Up in the 5 and 6 is when you convert on first down. That gets you in a second and short situation, and Jim Daly has had success on first down.
Well, the Riders are closing in on 150 yards rushing against this Calgary defense. One more along the ground. Reggie Slack has 19 more.
Great play action fake by Slack right there. All the defenders are going to rush into the left and think that Zarka has the ball. See Steve Anderson go in there to take the tackle. Great fake. Slack takes it, and Darryl Hall reacts real late and holds him just out of the end zone. But when you can have that good success in the middle with your fullback, they'll have to respect the fake. And that time, that defensive line got sucked right in there.
7th carry for 72 yards as Slack sets the Rough Riders up at the 1 and scores from there. There's a marker down, but they signal touchdown Saskatchewan.
According to Mike Saunders, it's against Calgary.
You think the fans here don't know that?
Well, the cannon likely means it's good.
That makes it official. Right?
That makes it official when they shoot the cannon. The Reggie Slack running drive. Throughout that drive, it was the Saskatchewan running game and Reggie Slack that made it happen.
The Riders have an opportunity for victory now. 3:15 to go. Saskatchewan on top, 27-15. Don't forget, folks, they're playing the Stampeders. Slack into the end zone for one more.
Play Safeway's $1 Million Touchdown to Win, and you could win $1 million. Or a Samsung Hi8 stereo camcorder, the Dirt Devil MVP Swivel Glide and Ultra Handbag, a VTech digital cordless phone. Fill a shave with reflex action from Philips. Or win a vacation trip for 2 to the VS Vallarta Hotel via Air Transat, courtesy of World of Vacations, Canada's #1 tour operator to the sun. Look for Sunkist, not from concentrate juice. Vicks Pickles. Now,
T-Gel shampoo. No one else has the tools to keep your Toyota running its absolute best. For the finest care, see only your Toyota retailer. Toyota Quality Service, the one to trust.
The Fall Wood Pro Sale from Steel. Save right now on selected Steel chainsaws starting at just $299.95 and get a Wood Pro kit valued at over $75 absolutely free. Steel, built to last, priced to sell.
Reggie Slack may be the best 3-9 quarterback in the history of the CFL. He's put up some great numbers this year, and his team really hasn't responded behind him defensively in particular, but he's had a whale of a day here today.
Yeah, another great day for Reggie Slack. And, you know, I would go so far to say that Reggie Slack has taken the next step and has become one of the great quarterbacks in the league. He has fought his way to that spot, and he's really having a tremendous year, like you mentioned, John.
Here's Coleman on the return for Calgary. Could be a nice one. Out to about the 45, and that's where the Stampeders begin. They're in arrears. 12 points to the Saskatchewan Roughriders at Taylor Field. 3:09 on the clock. He has another one. Terry Vaughn, just across midfield, makes the catch. Wally Buono has 9 on the season. Jim Daly just 3. The Riders are really desperate to hang on here. And the Stampeders, Glenn, need 2 touchdowns to beat them right now. Dickinson. There was a little miscue over there.
Well, Terry Vaughn was, according to Dave Dickinson, supposed to run the out pattern. He went down the field. They didn't hook up on the sideline. And Terry Vaughn, this looked like a throw behind. Terry Vaughn's up at the top of your screen there. He's going to fake to the out and keep going down the field. Dickinson throws it to the out as you see the ball bounce